Once upon a time, long, long, long ago, before the stars were born, and before you were even a twinkle in your parents' eye, everything in the whole wide universe was squeezed into a tiny, teeny little dot, smaller than a grain of sand, smaller than a speck of dust. Can you imagine that? Then with a giant kaboom, the universe burst open. This was the Big Bang. It was the biggest birthday party ever, and everything, absolutely everything, was invited. Suddenly, the universe was a swirling, twirling, super hot soup of tiny, sparkly things called particles. They zipped and zoomed around like a million little race cars. As things started to cool down, these sparkly particles began to hold hands and stick together. They made brand new things called protons and neutrons, which are like the Lego bricks of the universe. Then, other little particles called electrons came to play. They danced around the protons and neutrons, and together they made the very first atoms, like hydrogen and helium. These are the same things that make balloons float and the sun shine. A magical force called gravity started to pull these new atoms together. Imagine a giant invisible hand gathering up big, fluffy clouds of gas. These fluffy clouds got squished together, getting hotter and hotter until poof! The very first stars were born, twinkling and shining in the dark. These first stars were like giant rock stars. They lived big, bright lives and then went out with a huge, colorful explosion called a supernova. They sent sparkly star stuff all across the universe. All that sparkly star stuff, along with the hydrogen and helium, started to clump together again. Over a very, very long time, they formed enormous, beautiful star cities that we call galaxies. Our home, the Milky Way, is one of them. And in a cozy corner of our Milky Way galaxy, a spinning cloud of gas and dust started to get ready to build something extra special: our solar system. Inside this spinning cloud, little bits of dust and rock started bumping into each other and sticking together, like making a giant cosmic snowball. These cosmic snowballs got bigger and bigger, and we call them planetesimals. They were the baby pieces that would grow up to be planets. These baby planets zoomed around, crashing and mashing together, gobbling up all the space dust and rocks in their way. And then, the most amazing thing happened. All those pieces came together to form a beautiful round planet. Our planet, the Earth. And that's the story of how our amazing universe and our wonderful home, planet Earth, came to be. From a tiny dot to a giant sparkling everything, it's the biggest and best adventure story of all time.
Join our curious community. Subscribe to Homo Sapiens today.